Mayor Johnson giving his soliloquy on what is happening over in Chicago. I heard about Letitia James. But I think I want to go over to Chicago. All right.
A problem in this city for a very long time. Now, my deputy mayor, Gatewood, good paying jobs. They have access to health care, that we can build more affordable housing. That's what I focus in on every single day. And that's the full force of my administration is doing that on a daily basis.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
So following up on your alleged pants on fire moment on WBEZ today with my colleague Prosperity, and the ongoing split sentiment as far as sending in troops to federalized military rather to Chicago. The remaining question that has yet to be answered, because y'all keep running from it like I'm Marianne Ahern, is what do you, the Illinois Attorney General, and the governor have to offer in lieu of sending in the National Guard, the 101st Airborne, or what have you, to make Chicagoans feel safe in their communities in real time outside of reported statistics and so on?
I think I would.
Whoa. Hey, hold on. The person that's asking the question sound a little wild. However, when you start paying attention to the full context of the question, he called the mayor out and he said exactly what's going on. He said, listen, the Trump administration is asking to send in the National Guard to stop all crime up in this mug. What are y'all going to do in lieu of that in order to help the people stop the crime and feel safe, even though y'all underreporting statistics and y'all playing games in front of our faces? I like that question. That's some real stuff that he said, right? He said it, he called it exactly how he wanted to call it. He said, what y'all gonna do? And see, finally somebody that can ask a question. Play it back for the people in the back. Chris Cunningham, all right, I got you.
Chicagoans feel safe. 101st offer the Illinois Attorney General, and that has yet military the prosperity.
Why did they zoom in so much? Who's the camera guy here?
On WBEZ today with my colleague Prosperity, and the ongoing split sentiment as far as sending in troops to federalized military rather to Chicago. The remaining question that has yet to be answered, because y'all keep running from it like I'm Marianne Ahern, is what do you, the Illinois Attorney General, and the governor have to offer in lieu of sending in the National Guard, the 101st Airborne, or what have you, to make Chicagoans feel safe in their communities in real time outside of reported statistics and so on?
I think I understand your question. Okay, let me just start with this. How about this? In 1974, there were 970 murders. Okay, 1995, there were 828 murders.
Let me look at something really quickly. Population, Chicago, 1974 versus 2024. So one of the things that's important for us to understand is that it has to be additional context that's added into this. So based off of census data, I love AI because it can expedite the process. Population decreased nearly 19, almost 20% between 1974 and 2024. The city was near the end of a long period of population decline, while 2024 was experiencing modest rebound after another decline. 1974 estimate, you had 3.36 million people. 1980, you had 3 million people. 1974, 3.2 million. 2024, you got 2.7 million people. So that's not that bad. It's not really that bad. All right. But you got 20% less people also. Just want to make sure that we all on the same page here.
2016, 778 murders. 2021, 805 murders. This has been a problem in this city for a very long time. Now, my deputy mayor, Gatewood, this is the topic and the work every single day.
Why didn't he answer the underreported crime conversation? Why didn't he answer the underreported crime question? As of mid-2025, Chicago Police Department is short well over 1,300 officers. Budgetary decisions under Mayor Brandon Johnson can further impact the department's staffing levels. The CPD budget for 2025 included funding for 1,155 vacant officer positions that were not expected to be filled during the fiscal year. A report from May 2025 noted that Chicago's officer shortage was well over 1,300, placing it among other major U.S. cities experiencing significant police staffing deficits. Mayor Johnson's plan to eliminate some of the police vacancies and reclassify them into civilian positions also contributes to the officer shortage. To manage the 2025 budget, the city allocated a portion of the vacant position funds to other areas while preserving some funding for officer vacancies. So basically, they're not even hiring police officers to stop the crime. And that's one of the reasons why the crime is underreported in 2025 and 24.
Drive violence down in the city of Chicago. So when you talk about what we're offering a better pathway so that we don't have 970 people murdered in our city every single year. Now, one is one too many, but you're not going to convince me that the people of Chicago only deserve law enforcement. I get so sick and tired of people believing that the only thing that Black and brown and poor people get to get in this city are badges.
Oh, not the racist argument again. Hey, can we let go racism in 2025 or no? Hey, what is the likelihood that racism is the crux of what we are talking about and what we are having a conversation about in 2030? My question to you guys is this: did we stop the poll already or no? Do y'all think that we have a possibility, if even a small one, a possibility for us to stop racist talking points in 2030 or no? Is it a possibility for us to stop the whole racist narrative in 2030 or no? Like, is it possible? Are we ever going to be able to just not include black and brown? More. The only thing that we can offer black and brown people is a badge. Yeah, we did stop the poll. Shout out to everybody that stopped the poll.
People want jobs. It's why we've increased the ability for young people to have jobs in this city. People want health care and behavioral and mental health care. That's what they asked me. That's why we've expanded it. People want to be able to afford to live in this city. That's why I'm building more affordable units. People want justice if they do get wrapped up into this spiral of despair in this city. It's why we're actually solving cases, whether it's CVI workers, making sure that we're avoiding retaliation in this city. I get so sick and tired of people in this country and in this city that believes that the only thing that you can offer Black people and poor people is jails, incarceration, and police officers. Dr. King said this right here in Chicago, the National Conference on New Politics. What did he say? He said, militarism is a sickness. I am trying to eradicate the sickness from this city and from this country.
But people
To offer, no, listen, Mark, I get to answer my question now. You've asked it.
But people,
No, Mark, I'm answering my questions. Of course they are, but you're not going to be able to avoid that if we don't do the things that actually work. We are not split on this issue. The fact of the matter is, no one has asked me to send federal troops into this city to make it safe. It has never come up. It never came up during the campaign. It's never come up in the first 2 years. The fact of the matter is,
Let me rewind that really quickly.
we are not split on this issue. The fact of the matter is, no one has asked me to send federal troops into this city to make it safe. It is
Interesting. That is a very, very, very interesting take. That is a very, very, very interesting take. And I'm not sure that I believe the mayor right now. As a matter of fact, I'll go this way.
Group is demanding more of it.
Terrence Lee has their call for action tonight.
Outside on Lake Street Thursday, a group called Chicago Flips Red brought together clergy, Republican officials, and residents. They described themselves as a conservative movement. Their message is straightforward. Chicago families do not feel safe. One lifelong Democrat looked past state and city leaders and spoke straight to President Trump.
Chicago needs you, needs your funds, needs your executive skills and your bridge building, because Chicago's very divided, people are hurting, and there's too much bloodshed.
The group says local leaders are downplaying crime while residents deal with it every day. Chicago police report overall crime is lower than last year, but shootings and carjackings still shake neighborhoods. Some also pointing to the murder of Illinois native Charlie Kirk, calling it a national wake-up call and a reason to bring federal help to Chicago. One woman then turned to the governor and the mayor.
I do have a challenge for Johnson and for Pritzker. Pritzker, you came to Chicago, you were on TV by the lake shore with all your bodyguards. Come to the south side, come to the west side without your bodyguards between 10 and 12 o'clock at night. Let's see how safe you feel then. Johnson, same thing. You run around the city with all your cars, your black cars, and all your bodyguards. I dare you to walk down the street without anybody next to you in one of my neighborhoods.
Others describe what that fear looks like. People holding their bags through entire CTA rides, neighborhoods with empty houses where families have moved out. One man put it plain.
I've experienced violence my whole entire life, and quite frankly, I'm fed up with the poor leadership of Chicago.
The group says that frustration is why they want National Guard troops in Chicago, something the mayor and the governor have said they do not want. Chicago.
That's interesting. Give me a second. Let me see something.
We are not split on this issue. The fact of the matter is, no one has asked me to send federal troops into this city to make it safe. It is.
So the alderman, Chicago Flips Red, who was at every city council meeting, the people, the residents are basically saying, we want you to send in the National Guard. And he's sitting here and telling us that no one, I mean, no one, nobody is telling him to send in the National Guard in this petition and for Trump to send in the troops. This is too easy, man. This is too, bro. That what I was just showing y'all. Hold on, I want to show you something. This is not even 6 months ago. This is 7 days ago. This is 7 days ago that this came out on the news. This is not 2 months ago. None of that stuff. Chicago Flips Red demands federal action. This was just a week ago.
It's never come up. It never came up during the campaign. It's never come up in the first 2 years. The fact of the matter is we are driving violence down on this city, and we're using every single resource that's available to us.
When y'all see people lying to y'all, when y'all see people sitting here capping to y'all and telling y'all something just because they loud or just because they got a mohawk, that does not mean that they are telling the truth, bro. All it means is that they being loud. That's what I tell people all the time. Hey, man, lower your voice, strengthen your argument. Lower your voice, strengthen your argument. Tired of people lying to me, bro.
Jails and incarceration and law enforcement is a sickness that has not led to safe communities. I'm going to work hard every single day to protect the people who are caught up in violence in this city. Guess why? You want to know why? Because the vast majority of them look like me. This president has never asked a very simple question to me, Brandon Scott.
Hey, when we gonna let go of the race thing? If I'm a white person living in Chicago, because the word of God says, love your neighbor as yourself, Real talk, that's what it says. If this was a white guy saying this and saying, I want this to happen because the majority of the people that live here look like me, I have to wonder, and I'd have to be curious about whether or not the people will be offended. Would they castrate it? This is why I say at some point, you got to get rid of the racism. At some point, this whole racist narrative trope, because the people look like me stuff, is old. It's tired. It is so old and tired. It is super tired. And I'm going to also be honest with y'all on this one. Every black person is not poor. Listen, I know y'all think it. We'll get there. We'll get there.
Scott, Barbara Lee, Randall Woodfin. He doesn't talk to black mayors about what it's like to live in communities that have been disinvested in. So no, we're not going to succumb to the sickness and the evil that Dr. King warned us about a generation ago. It didn't work in 74 when 970 people were being killed. It didn't work in the 90s when no one said a mumbling word about how many people were losing their lives because of violence in this city. And now we're actually doing the work that's working. Now all of a sudden everybody has these ideas. They've shown this is a group project, but we're not going to allow the president of the United States of America or any of his ilk look at the work that we're doing across this country. And then now we're experiencing some level of reprieve. And now he wants to put his name on our paper.
How many times y'all think he practiced that speech in the mirror? How many times do you think that he hit his wife? Hey, baby, listen to what I'm about to say. This is a group project, but I will not let him put his name on our homework. How many times do y'all think he practiced that statement? Listen, I'm about to start saying it too. I'm about to say it to the people on After Hours tonight. When they start getting a little unruly, when Carrie is arguing with Quentin, and she says, listen, Quentin, because she pronounces every letter and every syllable correctly. Listen, Quentin. I'm going to say, hey, guys. Listen, I know we all came together. I know that this is a group project. But I'm not going to sit here and let you put your name on her homework.